it's Drew. I'm back again. Honestly, I have been enjoying my time in Zanzibar. Like, I'm having way too much fun. I wish I could move here. I'm really considering doing like 3 months straight in Zanzibar because the time I have here is not enough. I have like clicked and ticked so many things off my bucket list. Right now it's coming down to evening. I can see those, I think they're called Muzaki boys. They're jumping off into the water. But I get the opportunity to meet a very special guy. I saw him the other day when we were at the church, at the slave place. And guess what? He is like the real king. If you guys know Instagram Reels, he's like the king of them from Tanzanian. He makes them amazing Reels, and I have the opportunity to meet him. You've probably seen him in Tayana's videos, some other YouTubers' videos as well. But guess what? Now he's gonna be in mine. We're gonna be having some dinner, and he's gonna talk to us all about some real things about Zanzibar. Don't go anywhere. So we're walking through. I want to get the name right. Ferraducci?
Where?
Foradani. Not Ferraducci, Foradani. Foradani means chilling. So this is where everybody comes to chill at night. I'm sure you guys have seen I was here at the night market and all that stuff. But I'm about to go, you guys know Drew loves bougie. I'm going to do a little bit of fancy eating since I haven't gone to a nice fine dining restaurant yet. So I'm going to go to a really pretty restaurant which looks like it's floating on water when the tide comes high inside Zanzibar. I'm excited. I hope it's going to be good. This place looks so different at night, man. But it looks like they're starting up. They're starting. Everybody needs to come and get the dinner here. Wow. Oh my god, I can see the cats already. You guys know how much I don't like cats. I'm gonna find out why they love cats here, because that's crazy. Ooh. Oh wow, there's so many of them. Look, he's the Ali Jape. Oh my goodness, guys. Mambo! I'm good. How are you?
Great.
Guys, look, this is the celebrity. Oh my god, I'm touching hands with the celebrity, the Tanzanian celebrity. How are you?
To Zanzibar.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's find a place have a seat.
Ooh, Ali Jaffe's taking me on a date, guys. Let's go. Nice. This is beautiful. That's what I'm gonna say. Ali Jaffe took me on a date. Ooh, look at the view. So, look at my date for today. Oh, I feel so special. We're in a romantic setting. I love the area, the lights, the breeze, the water. Oh, you have a good choice.
It's just with the view of the ocean. I mean, that's what islands are all about, right?
Oh, well, it's true. Zanzibar is an island. So today you're going to tell me all about like Zanzibar. I want to know the real about Zanzibar.
I think everyone might have a different definition of places. But for me, Zanzibar is not a place.
Ooh.
Yeah, for me, Zanzibar is a feeling.
Eee,
so
a feeling.
There is just something about the place that makes it very different to any other places I've ever visited.
I agree.
And I think what makes the place so special is the people.
Yes.
And so when you speak of Zanzibar, like generally, it's not, people can think of it as just one single island. So first, Zanzibar is a combination of about 50 small islands and 2 big ones.
Wow!
So the 2 big ones, this one that we are in, it's called Unguja, but it's referred informally as Zanzibar.
Okay.
And then there is another island on the northern part, it's called Pemba.
Oh wow!
Therefore, the smaller islands in Zanzibar, some of them are inhabited and some of them are not. So you'll go to other islands that the community is a little bit more conservative and they maintain their old kind of traditions.
Okay.
And not a lot of people go there. So these are not like places where regularly you'd see like tourists go.
Okay.
Because going to islands like this, you need to get a permit and stuff like that. So it takes like sometimes a long process.
Really?
Therefore, I mean, there is just so much about the place with the people, with all the people who have been here, including because Zanzibar was a trading port before.
Okay.
So people came from
Yes,
different
I
places.
can
They come
see.
here and they come to trade. And
Yeah.
they were already local people of African origin. And these traders who came, they did not just come whenever they wanted. They had to depend on like seasonal winds. You know, we have the northeast monsoon. It goes between November to February, and the southwest monsoon blowing between April to September.
Wow. And
So
what
when-
does that weather? When is like a monsoon? What is the weather like?
So now we are on the northeast monsoon
Okay.
now, so it can get really choppy on this side.
Ah.
And when the wind changes, then the wind direction changes from the south going to the north. So actually, these types of winds allowed people to move before, which means from November to February, it was the time that people left their homes, coming all the way down south. And when they reached here, they had to wait for the next wind before they went
Oh
back.
my gosh.
And therefore, you are late 1 or 2 months. You wait for the next year, and well, I mean, you're stuck in Zanzibar for the year, and there are already local people of African origin here, and you're like, you know, well, maybe I
Might
can start a
as well.
family here.
Oh,
You know, the
wow.
next time I come back, it's gonna be easier for me to kind of like, you know,
To
live
settle.
here. So
Okay.
this is how I think this is how the Swahili culture was born. So when you speak of the culture, the Swahili culture, it's just a mix of African roots
Yes.
and people who came here as traders, including like Indians, Arabs, Persians, like all these kind of people.
Oh wow, it makes
And
sense.
the fascinating thing about it is how these people were able to come here, live together in peace and harmony. So
Yes.
over like 90% of the entire population here are Muslims.
Yeah, I found that out yesterday.
Yeah, and the rest is mixed. So we have like Christians and Hindus, but no problem between the different group of people. You go to a place, you see like a mosque and a church just next to each other, and it's just
A peaceful place.
It's just a peaceful place.
Very
It's a
peaceful
nice
place.
place to be. So I think it's just a feeling. Like you come to the place and you go around, you kind of like experience what Zanzibar is all about.
So, what was were you born and raised in
I
Zanzibar?
was born and raised here.
Wow, so what has
Right.
life been like growing up in Zanzibar in this beautiful feeling?
So just imagine you leave your home, you are 2 minutes away, you are just a minute away or steps away to the ocean. I mean, till today you see kids like jumping off the ocean. For us it's more like something that we do to enjoy like every single day. And people just come to have fun, you know. There is like, you know, evening markets like these where people come out, friends, families, and it's just like a very slow paced life.
Slow
Very
pace.
slow paced life.
Like, well, that's
Like,
completely
you open-
different to London
yeah,
because London is not slow paced at all.
You open the shop when you wake up, you close the shop when
You're tired.
So you're tired too in the afternoon, like I'm good, I'm going
Yeah,
home.
you're good.
you know?
Oh my gosh. So, you know, sometimes when you have this, you know, when you have such beauty available to you all the time,
Yeah.
you don't use it all the time. So, me coming, you get the tourists,
Yeah.
everybody wants to come and see all of these things. Has there ever been a situation where you're like, oh, you know, I don't need to jump in the ocean. I'd rather do other things. I don't know why these people are fascinated.
It happens all the time actually. I mean, if I'll tell you I haven't been to let's say the beach in the east or the north coast for since this year has started.
What?
Yeah, I haven't been.
You haven't been?
I don't feel the need to go there.
Oh my God, that's what happens when
So
it's just at your fingertips.
With my work, I'm able to like move around, you know, because I work in tourism and you know we operate around the island and we take people to all these places. But the thing is that I mean sometimes I'm like I feel great just being in town, you know,
Yeah.
like just being around with people. You see people all the time. You walk around, people say hello and this stuff. Like you go to the beach, it's just full of tourists sometimes,
Yes.
and you're like you know.
Does
So
it ever
depends.
get annoying sometimes that there's so many tourists all the time?
Sometimes it does. I
Yeah.
mean, it could get annoying if the place is like packed full of people. It can get annoying.
Yeah.
But there are quite a lot of hidden spots on the island
Ooh.
where like you could go to and there is no people around.
Date part 2. Date part 2. Ali Jape's reels on Instagram, he shows us some of the hidden spots. So what would you say is your favorite hidden spot in Zanzibar? And why?
It depends. It depends on what I want to do. I mean, the southeast coast has a lot of places where, like, you can go to a place like not a lot of people go there. Maybe it can be a beach or something, but it's just, I think, all around the island there are places, but it's only that it depends on where you are or where you want to go or what your interests are.
Okay.
So depending on your interests, you can find almost hidden spots in different places. Yeah.
Okay, so say I want a beautiful looking space, but I want it to be like dead quiet with white sand. Where can I go?
The south.
The south?
The south of Zanzibar.
Oh,
The place is
wow.
called Kizimkazi.
Kizimkazi.
Yes, and there the thing with the southern coast of Zanzibar is that there is a very huge tidal difference. So when the tides are low, you could walk as far as 1 kilometer. It's like a piece of land in the ocean. And that's the beauty of Zanzibar. Like, you go on the other side, so the western part of Zanzibar, oftentimes the northwest, there is no very big difference between high and low tides. So, I mean, you can always go to the water at your convenience. And this is the thing that makes people say that the north beach of Zanzibar is the best beach on the island. But oftentimes, I think the best is not what people say is the best. The best is what is best for you, for your interest.
I like
so
that. That's
the
true.
northwestern part is can be a little bit busy sometimes. So I don't like when places are very busy. So even if the tide difference is not not very big, but if I go on that part, if it's busy, I might not enjoy as much.
Yeah.
But if I go to the east coast, the tide difference could be huge.
Wow.
It's quiet.
I
So
like
I'm like, if I want to relax, you
Then
go
that's
to the
the place
eastern
to
part,
go.
If you want to party, you go on the other side. So you
Do
can
they have
choose
parties?
You can choose your own location.
Your own
depending on
location, depending on what's best for you.
what's the best for you. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the nightlife. I haven't gone to any parties there, but do they have like parties, clubs here?
A lot. In I think the beach areas, there are a lot of activities happening.
Okay.
We even had a music festival past week.
Oh wow.
Every February we have a music festival. It's one of the most respected African music festivals. So if you go
Wow.
on Google right now and write Africa's most respected music festival,
Africa's
and
most respected music festival.
top 10, you'll see Zanzibar Festival is one of them.
Oh my god.
So
What
every
is it
February,
like?
It attracts, artists from different parts of Africa come to perform live inside the old fort. And yeah.
In the old fort?
Yeah,
Oh
inside. So
wow.
there is like a big stage. We're also gonna have a film festival coming up in July.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, we have quite a few things happening here and there, and yeah, it's just amazing.
So would you say that, with all of these different tourists coming in throughout the year, would you say that the culture of Zanzibar has been lost or diluted a little bit?
I think things have changed in the past few years quite a lot.
Oh, okay.
And it's not, I'm not saying it's because of just because of tourism, but it's just generally, the world is going, things are different. And let's say 8 years ago, so I've been working in the tourism space for almost 8 years now.
Okay.
And if I look 8 years back, walking on the streets, if you see like a boy and a girl or a man and a woman, not married, holding hands, it was a shock. Like
Yeah,
people would be
people
around
will be-
sitting, and they would be like, whose kid is that?
Oh my gosh.
Things like this. And culturally, it was not kind of like okay. Like to see
Yeah.
things like that happening in public. But I would say fast forward like not even 8 years, like fast forward 5 years, it's just normal. Like it's become like fashion,
Hey.
Evenings, people go out, no problem.
So even the locals, like they can go out
I mean,
just.
this generally like I'm
Oh,
speaking
talking
on
about the locals.
perspective.
Okay,
I'm
nice.
speaking on a local perspective. So now it's kind of like you see it's okay in a way like that. And it's not our grandparents feel that we are think that we are misbehaved society.
Oh wow.
They look at us and they're like, these kids
of today.
that were born in the 90s. They're like the way, because I think we are born in a very different age, or the time that we were born and the age that we're living in. We are living in a time that is has transitioned to a lot of things, and yeah, we are just experiencing so much stuff. Like just think about COVID and stuff. and
Oh
it's
my
just
god.
like,
What was COVID like in here then? Were people
it was
still
different.
coming?
People still come. Zanzibar was closed for like 2 months. Like the airport was closed.
Oh, okay.
People still were able to come in through Dar es Salaam and then Zanzibar. But there was no lockdown.
Okay.
And they think that the lockdown was not possible is because the informal economy here makes up 75% of the workforce. People living or surviving for daily income, which means if you don't go out today, or if you don't go out today, you don't eat today, not tomorrow.
Eesh.
And therefore, this thing made it difficult. Like, how are you closing people down not to go out and work?
Yeah.
So people were still doing things. Things were pretty slow. Tourism is the main economy here.
Yeah.
The rest of the things still depend more on tourism. The president and the government now tries to diversify into more like fishing and stuff like that, make things a bit more different, that not everything is dependent on tourism. So I think it's interesting. It's an interesting place.
Yeah.
For me personally, I think Zanzibar is an interesting place. Tanzania is an interesting country. It's a beautiful country. It has a lot of potential, especially looking at the youth,
Yes.
young people.
How do you think the youth are going to change Zanzibar now?
That's what's happening. I
Oh,
mean, if I
wow.
tell you that 8 years ago it wasn't normal to do this and it's normal now, it's because the youth are actually making these changes.
Ooh,
Because
power to the people.
the country has about maybe 62 plus million people. Tanzania.
Wow.
Around 67% of the entire population are under 26. And I'm not even speaking about the people who are over 26 to 35. Again, you have
Oh
a very
my
huge-
gosh.
So the elderly population is not very high. And so here is the point, that the young people feel that we want to change or we want to do things this way. And just
see.
imagine the elderly population say, no, you have to maintain this value. So it's like a crack between the two different age groups,
Yeah.
or these different age groups. And well, because the young people are, a lot more young
Yeah,
people, then
they're
they win
just-
in
of
a certain
course.
kind of way.
Of
It's
course.
not, I mean, it's interesting to see these changes, but I think it's still important to maintain some of the traditions,
Yeah.
cultural, and those are the things that make the place special.
That's true.
And that's what people travel for. I think if you come to Zanzibar, oftentimes people have this dreamy feeling about Zanzibar.
Yeah,
this
like it's
exotic
magical.
exotic feel about Zanzibar. And I think it's just much more than that. It's not just that exotic feel with the beach, like white sandy beach and stuff, but I think let people come experience the culture. And
Definitely,
the
that's what I'm
people
here
and
for.
Just immerse themselves in the community,
Yeah.
and understand better people. And if it was not for people who came here at that time and decided to settle down, become part of the society, I think we wouldn't have had all these things like the Swahili culture,
Yeah.
this whole religious tolerance things, and people came here for trading purposes.
Yeah.
And, just having that friendly kind of environment
Very
has
friendly.
set up a very good foundation.
I love that. It feels very friendly and very safe here in Zanzibar. Now, one more thing that I have to talk to you about. Everybody knows that Drew loves food, okay? So what would you say is your favorite food? Your Zanzibar food, yeah.
I love anything with coconut.
With coconut?
Even before spices, Zanzibar was famous for its like coconut. Like,
Really?
coconut
I've been seeing
plantations were,
coconut a lot, yeah.
A really huge thing here. And later spices were introduced, and spices became more of a thing. So I would say one of the most important ingredients in Zanzibar food is coconut. So we
Oh,
make
I
like
have to try
coconut
something with
sauces.
coconut.
We make rice with coconut. Like we make a lot of different things with coconut. And I think for me that's my favorite thing. If there is a sauce that has coconut in it, I'm like, it's just the way to go for me. But and because we are close to the ocean, seafood is a big thing for me as well. Like, I love seafood.
So your favorite dish? Do you have like a local dish that you would say is your
Seafood
favorite?
octopus cooked with coconut milk.
Ooh,
So
seafood octopus cooked with coconut milk.
Yes, so basically you take
Wow.
the octopus is boiled.
Yeah.
So oftentimes it's already tender, like a little bit soft, and you boil it. After boiling, then you cook it on the side with coconut milk, adding with it like tomatoes, onions, pepper, carrots, like all this kind of stuff mixed together, and you have your coconut rice on the side. Just imagine like rice with coconut,
And then coconut with
like
octopus.
seafood on the side.
Oh
is
my
like
god,
just crazy.
that sounds so tropical,
But
guys.
everything about Zanzibar is not. Most of the things that you hear about Zanzibar are not from here. So it's just a mix of everything.
Really?
So even the food here. So if you go out, you see like, they make Zanzibar pizza. Zanzibar
Yes.
pizza is not from Zanzibar. So a chef from Zanzibar once visited Kenya in Mombasa, and he saw this something like a chapati that they put an egg, beef, and they cook it together. When he came to Zanzibar, he liked it and he wanted to create something different. So he said, I'm not gonna use a chapati, I'll use a fresh dough,
Yeah.
and then I'll add the same combinations like minced meat, an egg, some vegetables, but what he added was cheese and mayonnaise. And then people wanted to ask of what the combination is, and
Yeah.
the way to describe it, he called it a Zanzibar pizza.
Zanzibar
So
pizza.
that's how it came up. I mean, it's not our thing, but I think we made it better. So,
I like that. I like that.
so
Oh.
I think we have a lot of diversity of different types of food. Like, we have, let's say, Zanzibar mix. It's not a Zanzibar thing. It's more like an Indian thing. But even the Indians, when they come here and taste it, they'll be like, we have the same thing back home, but it's
But
not
it's
this.
not like this. Yes.
So this is the thing. Like, you have a feel of that, no, we have the same thing, but this is not it.
So it really is, Zanzibar is really just mixed. What I'm learning is mixed with Indian, Arab, and African, all just in one, and then they created the beautiful
Even the language.
Zanzibar.
So we speak Swahili, right?
Uh-huh.
But Swahili is a mixed language.
Oh, I didn't even
So
know
we,
that.
we have Arabic words in Swahili. We have Portuguese words in Swahili. We have Indian words in Swahili. We have Persian words in Swahili.
No way.
And we have English words in Swahili. So here's the thing. From the English words, you only add I at the end of the words to make them sound more Swahili. So a boat, you say boti. A shirt, you say shirty. School, you say schoolie.
No.
Police, you say polisi. No,
Polisi.
seriously. You just add glass.
Glassy.
Yeah, of course. Like you just add I at the end of the English words to make them sound more Swahili. And this actually shows how everyone contributed partly
To the
what,
language.
the place is all about.
Oh my gosh.
And this fascinates me. And this fascinates me a lot.
It must. Okay, so before we go, because you guys are interrupting our date, what would you say is your favorite thing all over about Zanzibar? Why should everybody come visit Zanzibar?
Visit Zanzibar because people are amazing here.
That's true.
If you want to see how different cultures live together peacefully without problems, Muslims, Christians, Hindus, Africans, whatever, then you come to Zanzibar, specifically Stone Town. And I'll tell you that Stone Town, with all what Zanzibar is all about, Stone Town is the competitive advantage of Zanzibar worldwide.
Really?
Which means
Why?
because Zanzibar competes with island destinations like Seychelles and Maldives and places like, and all these places have like amazing, beautiful white sandy beach areas. So how does Zanzibar
Stand out.
stand out of this? So we put Stone Town out there, and Stone Town is Zanzibar's World Heritage Site. And if one thing that makes Stone Town a World Heritage Site is that manifestation of cultural fusion, interaction, interchange that can still be seen in the cultural tradition and civilization of the people. That people from different parts of the world were able to come together, live in a single community. Not only that, but in peace and harmony.
Yes.
And therefore, you come in here and you see some people look more Arabic, some people look more Indian, some people look more African, but all these people were born here. I know friends, they have Indian features, but they're fifth generation Zanzibaris. So they were born here, they've never been to India, they don't have family in India, they consider themselves Zanzibaris and not Indians.
How do you say again?
But they speak their own language back home. But when they come out, they speak Swahili.
Okay.
So for us, it's also nice, like to interact and be around with.
Just lots of mixed different people.
Just experience that how diverse things, how peaceful people can live as well.
Guys, this is amazing. I'm having way too much fun. We're going to keep chatting, but before we go, let everybody know where they can follow you on your Instagram and your YouTube. He needs to be putting out more videos, guys. So check out the videos that he's done before, but mainly his Instagram reels.
By the time this video airs, probably we'll have more videos on YouTube.
I love it.
Yeah, so we are going to create more videos for YouTube in the next couple of months. And yeah, it's just because of work, and that's why I wasn't able to make these videos. But I do on Instagram, they can check the Zanzibar Guide or my page Ali Jape, so ALLY_JAPE. And yeah, on YouTube is the same name, ALLY. space JAPE. You'll get my channel there. And
Amazing.
I share a lot of great stuff about Zanzibar,
Yes,
things to
he
do and stuff like
does.
that. So yeah.
Everyone go and check him out. And I literally checked him out before I came in. So when I saw him, I was like, this is a dream. Cheers, my love. See you guys.
Down deep in my soul, I just can't lose.